is getting the bar to the edge of the J-cups. So most racks will have these things called J-cups right here that actually hold the bar. You should be pulling them to the edge of the J-cups for both the back squat and the bench press. From there, there's markers on a standard barbell, right? So there's markers called the knurling line and the rings. Typically, right, you're going to use these knurling lines, set an even position, right, and then wrap your thumbs. It depends on the person, right? The width of your hands or arms are going to vary, but just make sure it's even at the very least to start. From there, once you've set your grip nice and even, at the edge of the J-cups, you're going to go under the bar with both feet, right? And for the purposes of this video, I'm going to face you guys. Normally, I would always face this way in the rack. All right. So from here, I get under the bar with both feet. So my feet aren't behind me, right? They're directly under the bar. I'm very patient. I'm going to find my traps. I'm going to set them. I'm going to stand it up, and I'm going to walk out. All right. My walkout is going to be 3 steps. 1, 2, and then that third step should be in line with my second step. All right. And pretty much right away, I should be in whatever is my squat stance. As you can see in the notes section, squat stance is going to vary greatly from person to person. It just depends on flexibility. So after this, I'm going to brace my core. The simplest way to think of bracing your core is, what would you do if somebody was going to punch you in the stomach? You would squeeze your abs as hard as possible. Okay? So from here, I'm going to brace my core. I'm going to initiate by pressing my hips back, and then I'm going to come down. All right? So hips back, down, up. All right, so some important things that you should see in the notes section are, the major thing to start is making sure your feet are flat. So I do not want to see the heels come up, and that's specifically one of the things I'm going to be looking for in your videos. So as we come back, I don't want to see this, right, on your toes. Okay, so you're going to have to figure out what your squat stance is. For some people, they could probably stand really narrow, like this, and squat. Other people, right, you might have to get out wide to make sure your heels stay flat. Then the other question is, what's low enough? So, yeah, that's not low enough. You're not doing much there. That's probably still not low enough. All right, I'm looking for something about here, give or take. When you're done, if you actually had a rack, you carefully walk it into the rack. And that is the barbell back squat.